Hi, I'm Danielle Flynn.
I'm Joel Chester Morgan.
We are in Rochester Hills at one of Michigan's oldest continually running businesses, Yates Cider Mill. Yates opened up in 1863, and it was a grist mill at the time, you know, grinding up stuff like flour and whatever. And then 13 years later, they were like, we should get an apple press. And they did, and they've been making amazing cider ever since then. One of the coolest things about Yates, which is a tough list because there's a lot of cool things, but they have a lot of like old equipment that is still getting the job done. There's a turbine in the back that's well over 100 years old. This is a screw press that gets, well, we'll get into the process in a second, but this is from 1906. And you can see the cracks in the wood. Yeah, that's wood that comes down and presses it, and it's still getting the job done, the original wood.
It can do 50 tons of pressure.
Right? We tried to get cameraman Steven to stick his finger in it, but he wouldn't do it. Wimp. All right, so over here we have the grinder. What happens is the apples come in, and Yates uses Michigan apples, man, mostly from the west side of the state, some local orchards. So depending on when in the season, in between fall and now that you come into Yates, it affects the taste of your cider depending on what apples. So it could be like a couple of types of apples. It could be up to 6 varieties of apples in your cider. And they get washed and quality controlled. Hey, is this apple good enough? And then it comes down the chute, hits the grinder, and they're blankets. They really are blankets. So the apple guts get wrapped up in the blankets, and then this whole thing is gonna turn, and we'll show it to you in a minute, and it comes over to this side where it gets pressed by the screw press. Absolutely amazing. And on top of it, Yates, while a lot of their process is the same way it was back in the 1870s, they also have a few upgrades.
Yeah.
Most cider is pasteurized. Here at Yates, they use UV rays instead so that it's safe to drink. It still needs to be refrigerated, but instead of pasteurization, which can lead to a change in the taste, or maybe you got like that cloudy cider, you're never gonna get that at Yates. They use UV light. I love this. And this stuff, all the cider that they make still being powered by water, man. Like, talk about working on a zero footprint. Absolutely amazing. They also have...
They were environmental before environmental was cool.
Right. Maybe they should have been Time Person of the Year.
Hey, check this out. No
So
doubt.
there's a lot of different cuisine that you can get here at Yates. Obviously, the donuts are an extremely popular item. They also thank you, cameraman Steven. So while you're getting a snack, this is a personal apple pie. Can you pan down, Steven? Yeah. Oh, is your mouth full and you can't do your job? So this is a personal apple pie when you're like, no, I'm not sharing with anybody. They have, who picked the molasses cookie?
So anyway, you know what else they got?
They also have turnovers, and this cinnamon thing right here is called a pocket. What is it? Adam pocket pie, and it's got cinnamon filling in here, and just it looks so good. I can't even believe it.
You know what else they got? They got homemade
fruitcake.
Fruitcake.
So, which is what I call Joel on occasion. So most people, including myself, are like, I do not care for fruitcake. Like it's like soaked in rum, and it's like in a box for 18 years.
And Darlene makes it right here.
This is made fresh here at Yates Cider Mill. Oh my God! It like cuts like a crisp or like a Rice Krispie treat,
here
man.
you go. This is my slice right here. All right, I'm taking it. I love fruitcake. Oh, that's pretty good. That is some good fruitcake. I do like fruitcake. Fruitcake gets a bad rap. I'm telling you, it's pretty good. And Yates Cider Mill fruitcake is among the finest fruitcakes of the world.
This is the best fruitcake I've ever eaten by a country mile. Like, this is absolutely amazing. It's not all processed. Like, I don't feel like this is fresh. I've never had fresh fruitcake before. This is amazing.
Donnie, you know, speaking of vintage tools and the things that work, you know, and over the test of time, check this out, man.
All right.
This is a tool that they use in making cider.
Wait for it.
Do you know the name of this tool?
Tell me, Joel.
This is a bung hole cutter.
It's a bung hole cutter.
And you cut the hole in the barrel of cider. Allow me to demonstrate. See, just kind of like that.
So that's not a wooden barrel, and that's not like, nope, we want to get invited back. So
there you go. And that's a demonstration, folks.
Well done, Joel. Well done. All right, you know what? We need to move our way down. Matt, are you ready?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, hey, Matt!
So part of the way that this process works, as we were saying, so these blankets will come over to this side to get pressed in the screw press, and then they have tubes coming out, and that amount of the
Joel, you gotta get out of the way.
down in.
I'm sorry.
You're almost out of the way. But this thing's so giant, you want to talk about just having enough room to pass by. We had to move over. Go ahead, Matt. Let's see how it's...
Look at this.
And this is done off of mat power.
Whoa.
This is, no electricity is used here at Yates Cider Mill. Matt being all buff. Way to get that done. Dude, that was epic. That was of Greek mythology proportion, man.
Woo! Sisyphus.
Right?
Whoa.
Right?
He's big.
Look who came to the gun show. All right, and then Yates also has, I was finding out, Adam has been a wonderful tour guide for us. They have cider spices. So you get this, you get your gallon of Yates cider, and then you can heat up the cider on your stove and put in the spices, and it's like you're drinking the hot cider. Like, this is going home with me. Oh, Joel did some shopping.
I'm doing all my Christmas shopping right here at Yates
They have a
Cider
shop.
Mill. They have an Apple Arrow.
Apple
Apple
Apparel. Very funny that Joel said that correctly 28 times before we actually started doing the video.
Look at Uncle Charlie's gonna love this, man. This is gonna go with his long johns. His with the trap door.
Right.
This is what he'll wear up top.
I gotta say too, the material is extremely soft, which it doesn't matter what's on a t-shirt in my family. If it's not super soft, they're out.
And Aunt Sally gets one of the old-fashioned mugs.
Right?
They have a name for that. I don't know what it's called, but. And then check this out, everybody. Everybody at WCSX is gonna get a kick out of this. Christmas jam.
Yeah. So
the official jam of Christmas right here at Yates Cider Mill. Everybody likes Christmas jam. Jam.
Yep.
It's a jam.
Joel jams me up on a regular basis. All right, so we're at Yates Cider Mill, one of the oldest continually running businesses in Michigan, Rochester Hills. Such a pleasure to be in your town, and this is just one of the many great things of Rochester Hills. You enjoying that cider?
Thank you, Adam.
Right? Thanks for the hospitality, man.
Rock and roll.
City of the Week.